Alright, if you're here, I think I know why you're here. You want to make a 2-time plushie. Hi, I'm Dusk, and this is Dusk Plush, the channel where I walk you through the steps of making a plushie. Whether it's your first or your third time here, I'll take you through the steps to make 2 different versions of 2-time. Don't worry, you only have to make one. You don't have to make both. You can just choose one. Like, I just thought it would be funny to make 2-time be the first character I have multiple different plushies of for the same video. So first up, you're going to want to print out your pieces, which this is an extremely important part, but I don't have any video for that. But I do have video for the next part. So now you're going to want to, well, cut out the pattern. I am sorry, the 2-time one is a little hard to see. I may or may not have fixed it and improved it, but if I have not, there's a simple trick you can do to fix it. I'll explain it now. You can take the pictures that I provided you for the tutorial and put them into an image editing software and mess with sliders and filters and stuff until it's clear. Well, after you cut them out anyway, you can trace the shapes onto the colored paper. These little triangles I don't really use a reference for because they're so simple, but other ones you're gonna use a reference. You should watch ahead to see the next steps before continuing. And here is where you place it down to use as reference, and like this is how you trace a picture from paper to fabric. It's pretty simple. And now once you've got all of the specific color you're doing, start cutting. This is a bit of a longer step, but you can see how it's going in the video right now. I think I'm still not perfectly used to recording like this. I keep adjusting it, so hopefully the next time will be better. I am going to warn you right now as it's showing the cutting that this plushie is one of the most difficult I've ever sewn. I struggled with it, you're probably going to struggle with it too. I'd suggest starting with noob. Do not start with Blum. Blum is difficult too. But hopefully the next one won't be so difficult. We'll see. But it's also okay for your plushie to look a little wonky, especially when you're learning, but even if you're experienced like me, it's still gonna end up wonky sometimes. It's gonna look really weird sometimes, and speaking in post, this one ended up a little wonky for me. You probably saw in the thumbnail. That is not my best work. Keep repeating the tracing and cutting until you have it in all colors you want to do for your 2-time. I will be cutting out all the pieces but the black ones here, but I won't be doing those because it's really hard to see. It's really hard to see, and I don't have the best Sharpie. I usually have someone else do that part for me, but I will show you how it's done in the future, probably. You might not be able to see it very clearly in the video, but to cut something that has a different, has like an inner circle you need to remove as well, fold it in half and make a little snip inside the circle, and then unfold it and use that to cut around and cut the piece you're working on out. So when you have all your pieces, you're gonna need to prepare a face piece for sewing like I am doing in the recording. Like, put it in there, put it back through there, and tie a knot. I will be doing more in-depth tutorials on like a specific type of specific types of things, but this one is supposed to be a comprehensive video for you to be able to make all of two time, so I can't go too in depth on how to make a knot. You may notice on the two time face pieces that there's two like little lines, well, actually separated areas. That's what you're doing right here, closing those up to add more dimension to the plushie. I would suggest that while you're seeing it, you are looking at, while you're doing it, you're looking at the side that is stained with Sharpie or whatever you use stain it, unless you use the other strategy, which is sticking some needles through the template and using that as a cutout, which I don't have a light Sharpie, so that's what I usually do for that part. Now, this step is completely optional. You may want to skip it because you don't want your two time to look as crazy or whatever you're making, but I'll show you how to do it if you want it. First, you gotta like stick the white eyepiece to the black eyepiece and sew it together. A similar thing is done with the smile if you want to add teeth, but that's also optional. This plush does include a step where does include multiple faces, so choose the one you like. I'll be showing you how to make the meh face first. I know it's a little off screen right now, but I swear you'll be able to see where I put things. You'll be able, it won't be too hard to follow, I don't think. Now, this is roughly what their meh face should look like. It may look a little different for you. Well, that's where the last eye should go. Yeah, that's maybe off. You may be looking for the other face, so this part may be not important to you. Whatever it is, whatever reason you're watching, thank you. So you may not want the meh face, and that's fine. That's why I included the happy face option, which is right here. Pay attention. I'll give you, at some point, I'll slow it down so you can get a clear look at how the face is supposed to be laid out. Now, I believe I'm about to place down the second eye where it's supposed to go. So take a look at this face. It'll speed up again soon, so I can keep working. It's not too hard to do. I don't think the face is one of the easier parts. Now, if you completed the last few steps and completed the new plush tutorial, then you probably know what's coming next. So take 2 halves of the back of the head and stick them together, and then start, and then make sure to leave a hole so that you can easily invert it later, which is a very important step. And then that's that. Now, this part is just for me to show how to do the other color, which is exactly the same as black, but orange. It's the same. Or whatever color you're using. You don't have to go by the
So,
original
to make a head, you're
plan
going to
for
want
these. Like, you
to
can create your own thing with these.
take
That's
the 2
always
halves
been
of
an
the head, like
option.
the back and the face you want to use. Like, I'm using the smiley face for the black hair. And, yeah. Anyway, you're going to want to start wherever. It does not matter because you're going to go all the way around. Make sure you have plenty of thread to work with, because that's going to be very important. And I'll update you once there's something more to do other than just sew around the edge of the head. Now, invert. It shouldn't be too difficult. The camera position is not the best, but it's usable. I think, at least. Tell me in the comments if it's not. Once it's all inverted and stuff, just put the stuffing in, stuff it like in the video. Firm, tight, firm, like squishy, whatever you prefer. Just stuff it the way you like. Once it's stuffed to your liking, turn it around and start trying to close up the hole that you left open to use to invert it. If it was too small originally, like I should have mentioned this at the inversion step, if it's too small initially, you can always just cut it bigger. I always keep my scissors on hand because of stuff like that when I'm sewing. Like my good scissors, not just any scissors that can just cut the thread, like good scissors that can cut through the fabric I use. Now this next part is just me doing the same but in a different color, so I won't be going over the steps again, but just be warned that this is just going to go by really fast and it's the same old stuff you've already done, just with a different face and color. Now I'm going to show you how to do the hair. Like, there's several places to put it. I'll slow it down each time I reach a spot where you put hair, and then I'll have the Phoenix clip be the same, but with no stops and it all sped up, so you can just watch the whole thing at once if you're wanting. This is spot 1 on the side of the head, kind of, to make it look kind of sideways, I guess. Second piece of hair. I skipped over this bit, but there is supposed to be like a reflection, like 2 hairs on each side of the head. This is the 4th hair that I'm stopping you on right now, I believe. I think. Now this is the 5th hair. It's supposed to go over 2 times the eyes a little. I didn't do as well in the second one, just warning you. And also, I put the needle in backwards, which isn't important, but I thought it was funny to mention. Like you can see me realizing I put it in backwards in real time. It's funny, I swear. And now for the last strand of hair, it's supposed to make that side of his head more, that side of their head more fluffy. I'd say. That's how I describe it. It's probably the least important piece of hair, but it still makes it nicer. And like I said, Orange/Phoenix just sped up.
So to start the torso piece, you're going to want to attach 2 blank pieces together. I swear this will be important. I believe you attach 3 if you're going for Phoenix. If you made a custom design for the shirt, check to see which one it's closer to, whether it's more closer to the spawn symbol or the fire ring in size, and that'll help you decide whether to do 2 pieces to start with or 3. Now you're going to start doing the symbol. You're going to want to go all the way around, put it in the middle between these 2 pieces. Yeah. If it's any bigger than this, you're probably going to need another piece or something. But anyway, you're going to want to go all the way around, but do not stop there. I'll update you once it gets to that point where you make it all the way around. I believe we're at that part now. What you're gonna want to do is make a thread line into the center of the symbol, and then you'll go around all the way around the center, and then you're gonna have your knot end there. And now you're going to want to attach another part to the body. The 3rd panel for the torso.
And now you're going to want to turn this into a closed loop. There's a very important reason I also closed it the way I did. You could do it a different way, but it probably wouldn't look very good, but I don't know. Do whatever you want. It's your plushie, not mine. And now you're going to want to attach the bottom. This will make a lot more sense when it's done. We're getting to the part where what I said earlier was important about doing it the way I'm doing it. Now, this is where what I said earlier is going to come into play. I swear it was important. But, yeah. Now invert it. It should look really nice when it's inverted, like a nice little shirt with a decal on it. This is the Phoenix one. I'll tell you when anything is different. It's pretty much the same as normal, though. Okay, so it turns out I did use only 2 panels for this one. Everything is the same from this point onwards, other than the shape. And now that that part's done, all the torsos and stuff, it's time to start making limbs. They're a lot like torsos, with how you sew them. So follow along, I'll slow down when I start the next panel. Arms and legs are just the same thing in different colors. And the leg color depends on whether you're doing Phoenix or default. Or if you're doing, but both also depend on if you're doing something original too, so keep note of that. And now attach the second panel. And now close it, making the triangle, cylinder, whatever loop, whatever you want to call it, thing. And now put the end on the limb and start sewing it up. This is the last step for the limb. And now invert it just like you did to the torso, and head, because that's going to be very important, because then it'll look nicer and stuff. And after that, it should be done. I'm going to speed through the rest of this because it's just more of the same. I am 100% sure you know how to do this because, well, if you did the last part, you just did it. So, I am not going to show me doing the extra limbs for Phoenix because that's just gonna take forever. So yeah, speed up. Now it's time to start on the tail. This part is a little difficult, so follow along closely. First, you're gonna want to like find a triangle piece, which you probably aren't going to have enough because I miscounted on the how many you need, but that's okay, you can always make more. So you're gonna find a space that could use a triangle, and then you're gonna tie a knot on it. Find a space that could fit a triangle. Yeah. Now you're gonna want to do the same to the other side of the wing. Did I call it a tail earlier? I don't know. This part's the wing anyway. Now keep repeating until you've got every spot filled. And yeah. You're also going to want to make two pieces like this because 2 times has 2 wings. Stuff happens and I lost my tail recording. Only difference is really that you need to like put a little crease, but a little cut, and you'll be able to see it in the assembly part, but and other than that, it's just like the wings, so it's not too much of a concern. But anyway, the Phoenix has a tail that it needs 2. And here's how to make that. It's a very simple pattern. Just follow along with the video. It won't go too fast, I don't think. Note, this tail is designed specifically for Phoenix 2-time and will not work well on regular 2-time. And now that you have all the pieces for both of them, or should, it's time to start the assembly stage. So first off, you're going to want to connect 2-times head to their body. I'm showing the default first. Well, you're going to want to stuff the body before you attach it, but that's obvious. Now, do the same things you did to the torso at first to the first arm and attach it on, I don't know, one of the sides of 2-time or something. It should be white unless you're doing like some custom deviation that I didn't teach you how to do or something, which that's perfectly fine. In fact, I encourage it. Make it your own, really. I teach plushies to make them so that people can make them how I do, which like involves a lot of creativity, and I wouldn't want there to be no creativity. So I encourage you to do your own take on one of these plushies or something. I don't know, I don't have anything to say. Oh, maybe make Blum big or something. Second arm, it's the same as the first one, so it's not too hard to do. And now you gotta do the feet, which pretty easy step, I'd say. It's the legs, or whatever you want to call them. It's the same as the arms, but just lower and closer to the center, which, okay, it's a bit harder than arms, I'm going to admit, but it's pretty easy, all things considered, with some of the other stuff I had to do in this recording. Yikes. You know the drill. Do the other leg, and then 2-time will be complete. Yay! Now, you could call this done, but you could still add the wings and tail, and here's where you add the first wing. Second wing is a mirror of that. See? Perfectly reflected it. And now it's time to get onto the tail, which I'll give the video a moment to catch up. Waiting. It's not like I couldn't speed this up, but I do gotta show you things. So, like, the wings are nice. So this 2-time plushie is looking really good so far, and all it's missing is the tail. Just warning you about Phoenix 2-time, there are no wings for that one. I could have given a tutorial for wings, but I didn't consider it, and it's more like the first form for that one. The default 2-time is more so based on the second form. And here's our tail. There's a cut in the middle part so that it can sway both ways equally when you move it around, flop both ways. So you gotta start on like each end. You gotta attach it to the plushie.
And the second side. Now that's a really nice looking 2-time that you got there after this. Look, they're so cute.
So now if you're doing Phoenix, this is going to be the same steps. I'll go over them again. So first you're going to want to stuff the torso. Sorry that I'm adjusting the camera. So you stuff the torso like that. Now attach the body onto the head and tie a knot so that you can start sewing it on. This is one of the most difficult parts of making a plushie, I think at least. Now, stuff the arm and start attaching it to the side. It's not too much of a difficult step, I don't think anyways.
Sorry for the shaking camera, but you have to do it right about here. Yeah, just right there. Now do the same with the other side. I am sorry about this part. It may not be the best because I did accidentally hit the camera around this point and it fell. I had to cut some stuff out because I don't want to show it falling and stuff for reasons obvious, probably. Now, stuff the leg and attach it like you did with the arms, except in a different place. I'll show you roughly where to put it. Just gotta wait. So, it turns out I was grabbing a snack, but you place it right about there. Like, when I recorded this, I stopped to grab a snack or something. Maybe I stopped for water, one of the two. I was either getting a snack or water, which... if you're watching this, drink some water. It's gonna be nice. It's nice for you. It's good for you. And now the second leg, stuff it and put it about right here for a 2-time. And then it'll be done soon. Probably. Well, there's just one step after this for this 2-time. Now for the tail. You probably have a bit of an idea on how to do this one, but I'm checking to make sure it's inverted properly. I suggest you do that too, and then I'm going to start attaching it about right there on the butt. Just checking some more, I think. So you attach it right there, of course, tie the knot like usual. Yeah, and then after this part, it's going to be done. So just tie it off and that's pretty much it. There's your Phoenix 2-time. Look at them. So cute and innocent and derpy. And now you should have a 2-time plush or whatever you modified it into if you decide to go that route. I think it turned out great. I mean, it does look a little wonky on my end, but that's okay. no matter how experienced you are, you're still gonna have some plushies that look really wonky. So, I mean, nothing wrong with it looking wonky, especially if you're doing it by hand like I am. And with that, I'd like to thank you all for watching. I'll see you all again very soon if you decide to return. And I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Leave a like if you did. Comment if you think there's something I should do soon, or after the next one, because I already have that planned out. That's how I always do it. I plan out the next plushie before I even launch the video, or even finish editing the video. Which, for that reason, I give you a hint. Your next hint is lemonade.
Do with that information what you will.